Okay guys, here's an After Effects tutorial on how to animate text along a path. I've got a video here of a leopard walking, and I want to animate this text to move along the contour of this leopard's back. First thing I noticed right away is that this video is very dark. It's kind of hard to see the contour of the leopard. Well, in the lower right hand corner of the viewer, there's a number 0.0. And if you scrub that, that can adjust the exposure of your video. And it's just a temporary viewing option, which lets you see the video a little bit better. It can help you see some of the lines inside there. But when I render, After Effects will ignore this increase in exposure. So this is just a viewing option. It's not really going to affect anything permanently. Now that I can see the contour a little bit better, I'm selecting this text layer and I hit the letter M. Notice that there are keyframes here, and what I'm trying to do is I want to adjust this mask path to really match the leopard's contour. Okay, I'll use the letters J and K, and as I'm skipping through I can see that all 5 of these keyframes really match up pretty well, but maybe in between the second and third keyframe I could adjust this point, these mask points a little better. As I move these mask points, I immediately set a new keyframe. Moving mask points will automatically set a new keyframe. Okay, I'm not going to worry about down towards the tail because the text doesn't even get there in time. We're just moving these points a little bit. Okay, that's good enough for now. Okay, how do I get this text to move? I mean, the mask is pretty much changing shape. So the mask is moving, but how do I get the text to move? Well, there's options for text animation, but you have to collapse and reopen all the attributes for the text layer. So here's layer 1. If you guys look at where my mouse is hovered, I'm going to collapse and then reopen, and there's a whole submenu for text. Opening up that submenu, I see a submenu called Path Options, and I'm using Mask 1 as a path for the text. But I want to keyframe the attribute called First Margin. Okay, First Margin is literally the distance. It's the indentation of the text at the beginning of the sentence. So I'll keyframe First Margin, and then I'm going to move to the very end of my work area. Let me zoom out a little bit. And I'm just going to scrub the value of this first margin. You can see it pushes my text along, and I'm going all the way down, pushing it all the way down to the tail. Okay, now I hit spacebar. It's kind of hard to see, so I'm going to change my exposure back down to 0. And maybe this text would look better if it was a different color. Turn it to yellow, and then I'll go to layer styles, drop shadow. And you guys might have noticed that in a lot of movies, subtitles are oftentimes yellow. Yellow just shows up. Yellow with this drop shadow even shows up on top of yellow, like this yellow background here. Okay, that's a good start. I noticed that there's some areas where the text is not right along the contour, and I'll just go in there and adjust the mask path attribute. Looks like I just need a little more keyframing there. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, so the main attribute that you're going to keyframe to move the text is called first margin. Of course, all your character attributes still work. And go ahead and try that on your own.